What is up, guys? Whitey by me here, and in this video we're going to be doing a tier list for Resident Evil. Of course, I do own all of these Resident Evil games aside from Gaiden, which I've played Gaiden through other means. But yeah, let's get right into this. Now we're going to start with Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 was a game I thought was really overrated at the time. Like, everybody in the community loves this game and they stroke this game, which I don't blame them, because the story in this game is really good. But at the same time, like, this game wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought this game was going to be something like, it just blow my socks off. But when I finally played this game for the first time around like 2012, I was like, this game is very boring. It's very boring. You just walk to point A to point B, get the thing, and you go to C to D, and then it goes on and on and on. Just like, it feels like a walking sim with a really good story. But once getting this game on Dreamcast, it made things a little bit better for me, because they added Nightmare Edition, hard mode, and as well as N64 with the randomizer mode. It made the game a little bit better, and it made it enough. It made it good enough so that I can actually put it into S tier. But without those difficulties and stuff, I would say I would have put this game around, like, if there was a between A and B, I would put it there. But because there isn't, I would actually put it like somewhere around here. But Resident Evil 2, because it's on Dreamcast and has a difficulty, the good story, good characters, the B scenarios being so freaking awesome, all of the campaigns and content in that game, especially with the Dreamcast making it better and PC making it better, S tier, easy. Resident Evil Code Veronica, really good game, really hard game. It gives me everything I want. It's Resident Evil 2. It's Resident Evil 2, everything in Resident Evil 2, but better. It has like in terms of like difficulty and story and stuff, it's so good. It's so good. I like the idea of psychological horror, even though it does get like annoying when you go through a door and it's just like constant. When you go through a door and it's just constant, like boom 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 boom, and you go through and it's like, you already know after you play this game a couple of times, those tricks don't really work anymore. It's annoying. But first couple of times through, Code Veronica is a very fun journey, very brutal journey, because this game expects you to do certain things that you're not going to think to do until you've played this game a couple of times. You get it, or somebody comes and helps you. This game is really fun, really hard first couple of times. Really good game. I can't wait to get a remake of it. Probably will never happen. Next, Resident Evil, The Dark Side Chronicles, unplayable, easy F. The shaky cam just pisses me off. I can't play through the game. It's so annoying, but I feel like I'm gonna have to play through it one day. But until that day comes, you know, it's still gonna be F, because this game is just unplayable. It makes me sick. Outbreak Found 1. This game has really good level design, characters, lore, all of that good stuff. But the combat and the status elements just makes this game really annoying to play, especially by yourself. So I'm just going to drop this on C, because it's playable by yourself. You just have to be very careful, and it's just so annoying. Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is the game that got me into the series. It's a really fun game to play. The upgrading, the combat, the story, all of that stuff is really nice. I just hate how campy and corny Leon is, and how over the top some of the action is. And because of that, even though it is a game that got me into the series and a game that I adored when I was a kid, as I got older, it kind of just fell down in the ranks. So I'm going to put it around like A tier. It didn't fall that much, honestly. Resident Evil 1 OG. This game is really fun, entertaining, but the underground area freaking sucks ass. It really sucks. They made it better in Remake, which helped a lot. But yeah, in this game, it really just sucks my soul dry when I get to the underground area, especially with how annoying and how strong the hunters are in this game. This game is just, I'd rather play this over Remake. I mean, not Remake. I'd rather play it over Outbreak. Put it right there. Resident Evil 1 Remake, easy S. Easy S. It's a really good remake. It's like the perfect remake, which kind of sucks. It's a really good remake, but the problem I have with this game is it doesn't have a definitive ending, and then they did almost a 1-for-1. So this game also doesn't have a definitive ending, but it is a really good remake. It's not a perfect one for one because they did add a lot of stuff to this game. They made it better, easier to play, made the lore better, connected this game to other games better, like Resident Evil 2. It connects to Resident Evil 2. This game connects to Resident Evil Code Veronica. They did a few things with the lore in this game that made it way more, you know, it's better. It doesn't feel like a standalone. It's just standing by itself out in the woods somewhere. But yeah, combat, level design, everything's better in this game. This game is so fun. It's especially fun just to watch people play this game for the first time, and they're just going through shooting everything up. And then there's Crimson Heads. They're punished by the Crimson Heads. It's just really entertaining. All right, Resident Evil 2 Remake. This game is really fun to play. It's really good. It has a really nice feel. It's not as faithful as like Resident Evil 1 original to Resident Evil 1 Remake, but it is really, really, really good. And I would prefer, like, I used to feel like I would prefer to play OG RE2 over Resident Evil 2 Remake, but when I started playing Resident Evil 2 Remake again, I was like, nah, I actually rather prefer this one because this one has like a cleaner story. It's cleaner story. It has some fun content. I actually play Ghost Survivor and stuff a lot. The Tofu mode, they made it better. Hunk Survivor, awesome music. They made it better. Of course, it's easier to play. It's not fixed. It's over the shoulder. The music and stuff that they changed in this game is really good to me. And like Resident Evil 2 Remake is a really good remake. It's not the best remake, but it's really, really good. They did a really good job. You can tell they put a lot of love into it. Then unfortunately, the second scenarios freaking suck, and they obviously put those on last minute. I mean, Resident Evil 2 remake is really good. Resident Evil 3 Remake. Oh man, this game, spoiler, Resident Evil 3 is my favorite Resident Evil game of all time, and they did a pretty good job with 2 Remake. And when they announced 3 Remake, I was really, really excited. I was like, this game is going to be better, way better than RE2 Remake. And it just came out, and it's just so underwhelming, so linear. Nemesis is so scripted. They cut so much. The game is so bare. No additional content. You count Resistance, but it's just, the game itself, outside of Resistance, it's just so bare. You have to pay for Classic Jill, which isn't even Classic Jill. The shop, it just is stuff in there. I don't really care about it. It's no Operation Mad Jackal, no Gravedigger, no Clock Tower. The game is a straight line, start to finish. It's very disappointing. It's very underwhelming, especially somebody who really, really loves RE3. It missed everything that made RE3 original fun. Like the enemy randomizer, item randomizer, Nemesis relentlessly chasing you down. It missed all of that. So, Resident Evil 3 Remake, low C. Actually, put it high C because I'd rather play it right there. It's actually, because it is fun. So I'm going to let my anger subside for a little bit and really think about this. Resident Evil 3 is a B. It's really underwhelming game, but it is really fun. Now Resident Evil 5. This game is a game I played right after I got into Resident Evil, like Resident Evil Hardcore, Resident Evil 4. Right after 4, I got into 5. Then after I beat 5, I went back and picked up all the stuff that you see behind me through the years. Resident Evil 5 is really close to my heart as well. And this is a game that I still play to this day. It's really stupid though. It's not as stupid as 4. But it's a really fun game. It's really fun. I'm gonna put it right above 4. Like the issues I have with this game is just like physics. It's stupid in this game. The story's stupid. Like the stuff that this game is really, it has a very weak, very shonen anime story, which is a video for another time. Resident Evil 6. right behind RE3 Remake. Resident Evil 6 has a lot of boring areas in it throughout everybody's campaign. Leon has the catacombs, extremely boring. The beginning of Leon's is very boring. The Jinx campaign, the snow area, fucking boring and treacherous. Freaking Ada, her whole campaign is boring. Chris, the beginning of his is really boring. The story is really stupid. But it's entertaining. The game's entertaining and fun once you get through those boring areas. But like the bulk of the game is just very boring. It's just boring. But it is a fun game to play. Outside, like when you get through those areas. And I like the feel and desperation and scope of everything that's happened in 6. There's just too many boring sections. There's just too many. So actually, let's drop that down to like a high C. Resident Evil 7. Let's see here. Easy S. Like initially I hated this game because it didn't include Jill and stuff like that. But the game is really good. It's actually just put it on A because the main issue I have with 7 is that it shouldn't be a number title. I feel like it shouldn't be a number title. I feel like this game should be like Revelations 3 or something like that. Because it doesn't really matter too much when it comes to the lore moving forward. It really doesn't matter too much. Ethan's really boring because Capcom wanted Ethan to be you. And because of that, it suffered a bit, like narratively. But Resident Evil 7, it feels like classic Resident Evil just in first person. And I know people saying Outlast. It's like Outlast. Outlast, the only thing this game has in common with Outlast is first person. Resident Evil 7 legit feels like I'm playing Resident Evil Remake just in first person. And the puzzles are really simple and stupid though in this game. But this game feels very much, it feels more like Resident Evil than Resident Evil 4, 5, 6. It feels like classic Resident Evil just in first person with simpler puzzles. Now, Resident Evil Dead Aim. You already know, I'm known as the Dead Aim guy on Twitter. I love Dead Aim. I absolutely love this game. Only issue I have with this game is the combat. But, you know, if you play through it for a while, you get used to it. But, no, Dead Aim is right behind Resident Evil 7 on A tier. I freaking love Dead Aim. I used to be influenced by the community and just talk shit about Dead Aim, and I've never played it like everybody else who talks shit about it. But Dead Aim is just so much fun. The new Game Plus is so good. It is it is such a fun, fucked up game. Resident Evil Gaiden, another game I used to bash with the community. This game, even though I never played, I used to talk a lot of shit about it, but actually playing it, this game is actually a lot of fun. But we're gonna put it on. It is really annoying, but it is really fun too. And the music is kind of ear bleeding. We're gonna put it right behind Resident Evil 3. Because I did enjoy playing this game. It's not as brutal as like Resident Evil Outbreak, but it's a fun game. And people need to give it a shot. Resident Evil Outbreak File 2, easy A. Put it bottom A. Actually, yeah, put it right there. Outbreak File 2 has better combat. Like when there's enemies flying around, your character actually auto locks like this. It's freaking awesome. The combat is freaking amazing. The status effects, they aren't as brutal in this one. They give you like characters have personal items. The cutscenes are a little bit better and less cheesy and corny, like in Outbreak File 1 where a cutscene happens and they're just like a character looking at the screen and they're supposed to be looking at you, the actual player, and it's just kind of like weird. But there's not a lot of stuff like that in Outbreak File 2. Outbreak File 2 has just better combat, slightly better graphics when it comes to like the weapons in your inventory, like better pictures and stuff. I like Outbreak File 2. Like the combat is what makes this game like so much fun. Unfortunately, Outbreak File 2 has the level design isn't as good as Outbreak File 1. That's the only thing I don't really like about Outbreak File 2, but everything else in Outbreak File 2, I really like the combat, personal items, and just the game being less brutal versus Outbreak File 1. But next, Revelations 1. This game is extremely boring, over dramatic. Just put it right behind fucking right behind Resident Evil Original. This game is so freaking boring. The enemies all pretty much look the same. They're freaking boring. The game's over dramatic and boring. It's just even though I have it on handheld, it's still like but the raid mode is really good. And then we have Resident Evil, the Umbrella Chronicles. I actually like this game a lot. I haven't finished it, but I like this game a lot. So this game is going to be, let's put it right there. I really like Umbrella Chronicles. It's not shaky and all this other bullshit. It's really fun to play. The secret stories and stuff are really nice. And it's a really fun light gun. It's a really fun light gun game. It's really, really fun. It's really hard though. Even on easy, I get my ass ripped open. Resident Evil Survivor. This game is also really, really fun. The only thing I don't like about this game is the hunters. The hunters, like, you know, in this game, if you don't look at enemies, they don't deal damage to you. So what the hunters like to do, if you try to turn away from the hunters constantly, they'll keep jumping into your face. And this becomes an issue when you're trying to just rush through a level. And since you can't see them, they'll just keep jumping in front of you and blocking you. It's freaking annoying as hell. So we're going to put this game right above Gaiden in B. Resident Evil 0, don't even have to talk about it. Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D. I love this game a lot. This game is really fun. I don't play it as much as I used to, but when I do play it, I have such a good time with this game. So we're going to put it right here in A. Just put it above. Yeah, put it above Outbreak. Resident Evil Umbrella Corps, we're not talk about that. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. This game, actually I have a lot of fun when I do play it. I still play it occasionally, not too much. It's pretty much like, I probably play this game like twice a year. Usually with like friends or YouTubers or Twitchers. But this game is really fun. But, you know, it has its issues. So we're going to put it right in B tier. Above these games. So next we have Resident Evil OG. I already spoiled you guys. This is my absolute favorite Resident Evil game. So high S. Nothing's going to be above it. Spoiler warning. Resident Evil Revelations 2. Claire killed it in this game. Even though I don't like how she handled Natalia. Unfortunately, this game is like Resident Evil 6. It has a lot of boring sections, being Barry's fucking story. So yeah, Barry kind of killed it. And then the Alex Wesker reveal was fucking atrocious. It was underwhelming. So we're gonna put this right here. Resident Evil Deadly Silence. A better version, way better version of Resident Evil 1 OG. It has the rebirth mode. It has like a co-op mode. Resident Evil Deadly Silence is amazing. I used to play this game at work a lot. And I like how the map is on the top screen and then the game is on the bottom screen or whatever. This game is really fun to play. Especially rebirth mode. It's awesome. This game, it has a really good knife. So I'm going to put this game around, put it above here. Mercenaries 3D. And last but not least, Resistance. This game is a broken mess. I hate Resistance. This game is a broken mess. And we're going to put it in, because I still can play it and have some fun with it. But the game is just, it has a lot of balancing issues. So we're going to put it in D. This is going to be the only game in D. So that's it with the Resident Evil tier list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I'll get you guys in the comments down below. Peace.